Let's do this!
I'm Monami. Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation.
Doesn't seem very unreasonable to me. Hi everybody, Renegade68 here with some more Let's Play Danganronpa 2 by Despair Blind. It's time for the second half, let's do it!
Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this?
Because you let it happen, and you're annoying, and a lot of things. Let's get on with the trial.
We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead.
You don't seem that sad about it.
No, this definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this.
Remember what?
Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
Oh jeez. Even though you can't save in the middle of a trial. At least during most segments. That's why the break is good. The reason the killer did an imitation murder is a reason other than falsifying the murder sequence. Did something like that even exist? If we're still in the killer's trap, then I would think it's Mikon's trap. I can't think of anyone else's trap it is, but, eh.
Huh. It suddenly got quiet in here.
You just, surprised us all into submission.
Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
Oh, you bet you make us think you think that, but we know you don't think that. It's all an illusion.
Man, this again.
Don't worry, you don't have to hate me. I'll hate me for you.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too.
But they couldn't have because of the blackened rule.
If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that? Actually,
that brings up a good point. NicoB didn't explain the rule about no 3 killings until, we brought it up. In fact, it's possible, none of us probably would have known about it. If someone killed 3 people, what was NicoB do? Was he going to be like, oh shit, should have told them sooner? Like, he's not going to execute someone because they didn't know. So yeah, that does bring up a good question. Why did they stop at 2? What is the motive behind this murder? There's definitely a reason they killed 2 people. And, they didn't go to 3, and it had nothing to do with the rules, because at the time they wouldn't have known.
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
But you only made that clear after we had already seen 2 dead bodies.
that rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Well, I already brought up the possibility that the camera machine was the 3rd death, as it were. But also, yeah, it does feel weird. Like, they didn't kill 3 people, but they didn't know about the rule. So, they wouldn't have known until after the fact. But maybe it is just the camera machine. No one's picked up on it yet.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
No, that's wrong.
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie.
It's not just that. It's even more than that. Try to remember when the rule was made clear to us.
About the lion that got killed second.
In fact, before we go any further, is it actually in our rules now? We have the class trial will begin. The blackened alone, if the blackened is not exposed. By discovery. Destroying it is, this includes, you're free. The blackened may only kill a maximum of 2 people. You see, that didn't show up until very recently. Like, that's new. That is a new rule. So, they wouldn't have known about that, so there is no reason for them to have stopped the 2 killings. Unless there's an actual reason that they wanted to kill 2 people specifically.
That's the one Hyoko's body was imitating, right?
Seems like it. Man, this is freaking, what is that? Seizure-inducing?
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right?
Yeah, not slit.
But Hyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape.
Maybe Hyoko was a last-minute thing. Maybe whoever the killer is, Makan, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, was only planning to kill Ibuki, and they planned to do it at the music theater, but then Hyoko just showed up, and she or he, it could be neither, was all like, oh shit, I'm totally not killing someone right now. Ibuki, kill her! Or something.
Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows. Well, that's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete.
True.
If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning,
then they could have went to a lot more effort.
They should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
If we never realized it was half-assed imitation... what do you mean? No. I mean, they could have they could have made it more obvious that it was an imitation. If we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless. Well, I mean, yeah, that's why they should have made it more obvious that it was an imitation.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
Yeah, that is entirely possible, I think. If Hyoko just happened to come in when, let's say, Mikan, that's who I think it is right now, or let's say X. Let's say, well, X was having Ibuki commit suicide or something, or setting it up. Hyoko happens to walk in, and she's like, oh, oops, yes, I have to kill 2 people. So, yeah.
I'm saying, Hyoko's murder wasn't.
What?
Makes sense to me. Hyoko's murder wasn't planned?
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions?
Aren't you being very, assertive? What is the word? Very defensive? Defensive of what we're trying to get at?
It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Strange details? Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
I have the answer to that. It would be, what is the exact piece? Is it like a mirror or something? Like, this isn't something Mikan, or really anyone but Sonya, except for maybe Soda Cans if he was clever, could have known about. So it had to have been on the spot, I think. Now where is it? It would be Sonya's testimony, right? Hyoko was distraught because yeah, so Sonya's account. Why'd Hyoko go to the music venue?
So, you're saying the truth behind Hyoko's murder is hidden?
Behind Sonya's account?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 Dark Devas of Destruction are getting riled up.
Oh boy, Dark Devas of Destruction. But it still looks like the sleeping one is sleeping. I want to see the sleeping one awake for once. Why Hyoko went to the music venue? If that's the key to all this. The key, get it? Need to find that out, no matter the cost. Make your argument. Sonya's account? Is that a thing? No. It's not?
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that!
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I thought it was gonna be Sonya's account, but okay. It's still because of Sonya.
It's just as Sonya said. She went to the music venue of her own free will.
So, exactly as I assumed.
That would make the most sense.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
It's all Sonya's fault. It is Sonya's fault she's dead. Thanks, Sonya. She was annoying.
Hyoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know?
That is a true fact.
I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted?
Don't think so.
Hiyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
But it was locked.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hiyoko got abducted.
No, because of Key.
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious. Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key.
I suppose... Wait. Let me try and see if I'm understanding what everyone's saying now. This is actually getting a bit confusing for me. Oh, okay. Let me pay attention. There's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. Maybe the killer locked the door. So... But what if they were trying to hide that? If they were trying to hide that, then they wouldn't have even had the key on her body, I think.
At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that.
I won't lose.
What?
Are you saying my gut was wrong?
Yes.
This could be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
Because your gut's not always correct.
No, that's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now.
Okay. What are my evidence? Stepladder, candle, smudge on the floor, McCann's account, surveillance monitor, Fujihiko's account. Sonya's...
Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right?
Fujihiko's account, Sonya's account, so it would be Sonya's account, right? We haven't brought that up yet.
She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room and forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak looking. And that's why the killer targeted her.
I can't back down!
Oh shit, I suck at this! I knew it. Just a little bit more and I can draw something out next time.
Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right?
Where's the account?
She definitely got abducted or something.
There we go.
The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room and forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak looking. And that's why the killer targeted her.
Go! Go! I'm out of cuts? Shit! I've never ran out of cuts before. What Akani's saying is unreasonable. I need to find an opening.
Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room and forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak looking. And that's why the killer targeted her.
I did it! Without needing
Hiyoko's
crosswords.
room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember?
Thank God I didn't need crosswords.
It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
Yo, wow, 2
There's
advances.
no reason for the killer to put the key in Hiyoko's kimono.
It's the first time for 2
The killer
advances.
probably didn't realize she even had the key.
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono. There's only one reason her
Shit.
kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer.
No. That's
Allow
wrong.
me to cut through those
I
words.
think that's wrong. Wait, I did it?
The reason Hiyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
Oh. I thought it was the other weak spot. I didn't actually look at it. I thought I was actually making a mistake when I did that. So, the reason Hiyoko's kimono was messed up was because... So, can I look at the transcript for, No. I can't actually look at the transcript for... Honestly, I wasn't really fully paying attention. I think it was something like... I think it must have said something like, oh, her kimono was screwed up, so she must have fought the killer. It must have said something like that.
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
There you go. I knew it all along.
Hiyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
It all could have been solved if you just helped her. Oh well.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
No.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
and just happened to stumble on the killer, killing the killee.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
Let's do that last one. I like that last one.
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something something.
Sorry, I'm not Teru. I don't want to take advantage of people who are easily taken advantage of-able. Which she definitely seems like right now.
Then, the killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
Which means she was killed purely because she was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Though that may not apply to Sonia, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
If she was the killer, she would have just said, oh, and I told everybody else. Question. No, because then everyone else would have said no.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
That's a good point.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
Uh-oh, don't go doubting his hamsters.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense.
What?
Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Uh-oh, don't get Banky on his hamsters. Banky? Don't sell his hamsters. I don't know good words.
Gundam, please stop! For his sake.
Gundam, yes! Say that name over and over. Love it.
Huh? What do you mean, for my sake?
Maybe because your clothes are bad? I don't know.
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Yeah, of course.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
Because she was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Coincidence?
The killer was in the middle of killing Ibuki.
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
Well, exactly. I mean, it's not like they can let him leave. If they did that, they'd be exposed.
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki. The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head, and without hesitation,
killed Hiyoko.
Yes, that is true.
Because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Actually, I'd say the fact that they did that made the case less trickier, for one thing. One less suspect. For another thing, yeah. Wait, no. Yeah, for one thing, one less suspect. For one thing, one more victim. Just like you said earlier, Chiaki, means more evidence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do?
They were just planning one killing?
They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan. Do you have any ideas?
Damn, we don't know the most important part.
Like the motive? Killer's plan from the beginning. I'm pretty sure we're very, very close. I'm not really sure of the motive, other than maybe she is just crazy, like I thought she has been. But, other than that, I'm not really sure. Unless, is it something stupid? Didn't I say earlier? Wait, no, but Ibuki is also her patient, so that wouldn't make sense. She wouldn't be the kind to be like, I have to save my patients, so I'm gonna kill one of my patients to save the other one. She wouldn't do that. That can't be the motive, I don't think. If she'd killed someone that wasn't one of her patients, maybe in some crazy world that would make sense.
Hey Nagito, any ideas?
Oh, we're actually asking the crazy bastard for help. Finally, you realize he's actually smart.
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet?
You said to shut up forever.
Oh, am I allowed to speak? I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum like me.
Nice.
So what do you think?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
At least, not on her own, as it were. It was like an assisted suicide, I think.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers. So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Well, you didn't want to hear his opinion back then.
Huh? Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
No, he's very useful. You just gotta understand his riddles. Wait a minute. If Ibuki had blood on her feet, there'd be footprints all over the place if she kept walking around? That is a good point.
That's strange. That's very strange.
And why is this so strange, Hajime?
Strange? What's strange?
You look like you're getting nervous. Is she really the killer? Is that what it's gonna be? It's not something we finished talking about. Those footprints, there's still an important clue left that we completely overlooked. Is there? Is there really? Just now you said if she had blood on her feet, she would have left footprints. Then why weren't there any footprints on the step ladder? Like this?
I can prove it with this.
Oh, it's that simple? Okay.
If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
I kind of assumed that that would be something really complicated, like shit, what am I missing? But it's just the stepladder. That is a good point. I didn't actually think about that. I just assumed it was just so little blood that not much splattered. But it's possible something else was used to hang Ibuki.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
But there was blood on the side of it.
You noticed such a small detail. How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate.
How about Ultimate Chosen? Let that be my name. Ultimate Chosen of Ultimate Destiny. What are you talking about? You're obviously leading us to this. That's why you brought up the suicide topic after all this time. Miyagi to Kameda, you're definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate.
But didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder?
Or was it really you climbing the stepladder?
Then I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it.
That's what you wanted me to think.
Unless there was something funny about that video.
I see. So there was some kind of trick arranged in that video, hmm?
I believe so, yes.
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
What kind of trick was there? Is it about the candle? Is that where we're going with this? Just as I thought, it comes down to that. The mystery surrounding this incident is contained in that video. Oh. Well, maybe it's the candle. Other than that, I'm not really sure what it could be. Whether or not we can reach that hidden truth is all up to me! Oh boy!
Hajime, I leave it in your hands.
As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do your best, but oh well. You should get started already.
Alright, all the females cheer me on, which means Mikon, you should be too. And Akane.
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
Oh! Neither Mikon nor Akane! They're both killers! If there was some hidden clue in the video, I should have seen something strange as I watched it. I'm the only one who can clear that up. I'm the only one who actually saw that video. Let me quickly look at the piece of evidence, because it's an evidence piece. So, let me quickly look at the, something strange about that video. Just looking at it from here, maybe the fact that we never saw the moment of the hanging. I know we can do it! The hanging video that I saw. Based on everything we know from the debates thus far, we should be able to figure out what's strange. Is it the fact that there's no bloodstain on the ladder?
Here!
Yes, it is!
That's right, I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video.
No bloodstains on the ladder. Yet.
Can you explain it to us?
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder.
But it wasn't there during the video.
However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital. There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean.
That is truly strange.
You know, it's actually really good that Hajime didn't see the video earlier. Because then at least, you know, Mikon, if she's getting cornered, which is, I think is where this is going, she'd be like, but he could have done it too, I mean, he... But then, because we didn't see the video, we couldn't have faked the imitation murder, which gives us kind of an alibi, which is, you know, it's kind of cool.
If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene.
Unless there's two stepladders. I suppose that's possible. Because I think Hiyoko... I think when the video was filmed, because it's live footage, assuming, you know, this isn't soda cans who, you know, tampered with it and it's not live footage. If that is live footage, then I would assume Hiyoko would already be dead. And possibly Ibuki as well. If that's the case, then, in fact, definitely Ibuki, now that I think about it. If that's the case, then it's gotta be two different stepladders, I would think.
But the stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
And there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
The video you saw was not Ibuki.
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
And so were the people, and so were the outfits, and so were the hemp bags.
Wait, are you saying there were two stepladders?
There were also two locations. The other one being the on-call room. Oh my god, it's totally Mikon, isn't it? This was too obvious. I don't know. I feel like they could have made it slightly less obvious. Like, they could have made other people a bit more suspicious, and that would have made this a bit better. But, yeah, it's definitely Mikon.
But where would you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music venue.
Was there a stepladder in the on-call room? I don't remember.
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue. What do you mean?
Oh my god, you're just tying the what's the thing? Digging the hole. Oh my god. You're digging your own grave? That's it. Yeah, you're just digging it even deeper. Like, because, yeah, just by, you know, getting all surprised and stuff.
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right?
What I'm curious about now is she actually crazy like I thought, or does she have just some motive and she's gonna be all sobby when she dies?
That's amazing, Chiaki. All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it okay to say that?
I think so.
What are you two talking about?
The stepladder isn't the only thing that's different, huh? Chiaki said that the stepladder was at a different place. What? Did she? Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Let me go back a bit. I agree, but when did they say that? The one of the stepladders was somewhere... oh, that's what... Okay. I understand. Alright, yeah. If that's the case, the thing that's different between that video and the actual scene of the crime is that thing... Is that thing the place where the killer did something? Oh, okay. What are we trying to get here? The place? On-call room? Or... hospital? I don't think it's a G. I don't think it's an I. So just try letters. Maybe it's an L. What could this word be? Difference between the video I saw and the actual crime scene. Hemp bag? No. Man, I don't know. I don't know where this is going. Isn't it about the location? Darn it, I don't know. Maybe it's M? Nope, I don't know where this is going. F? Oh, yeah, oh, it is. Okay. F. F. F? F-I? F-I-L. Holy shit! I have no idea where I'm going with this. Phil. 2 L's usually? Nope. Film. Aha! It is a film thing. But film what? The film equipment? Filming? Okay, filming. Shit! That was a mistake. Need a G? No! G! Give me a G. Filming... Camera? No. Filming lighting? Lighting! This has to be the lighting. Which means I need an L. No, I need an I. Sorry. I need an I. Where's an I? Come on, I. Don't fail me now! Where's the I? What the hell? Isn't it the filming lighting? No? Filming LA? Filming LO? Oh! Filming location! Filming location! Okay. Gotcha. Location. Okay. I definitely need an I now. There's the I. Shit! I? No? Yes! Filming... Ah! I need an O! You just stay there for a second. No, shit! I need an O! There we go.
I got it!
A lot of the time I just don't know the word they want me to say.
That's right. Besides the stepladder, the filming location must have been different too.
Wonder how shitty my scores are.
What do you mean?
It wasn't from... I predicted this. Super predicted this. It wasn't at the music venue. It was at the on-call room. I uncalled it.
The video I saw was not filmed at the music venue.
Get it? Uncalled it? Get it?
It was filmed somewhere else.
But the hospital monitor is supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
Unless somebody moved it.
Then, there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit.
Which also makes Soda Can suspicious, which is why he's suspect number 2. In order to show us that they filmed the video at the music venue instead of somewhere else. What did the killer do to that surveillance camera unit? What? What? In order to show us that they filmed the video at the music venue instead of somewhere else, what did the killer do to that surveillance camera unit? They moved it, right? Oh, logic dive. Okay. Just like last time. 2 in a row again. But this time, yeah. It's not 2 in a row, though. It's One of the gambits, followed by one of the logic dives. Woohoo! Check out my cool skills. Ah! Check out my cool skills. Woo! 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 Ah! Woo! Ah! I can do it. Question 1. Which part of the surveillance camera unit did the killer tamper with? The monitor, the camera, both? Had to be both, right? Ah, no! It wasn't both! It wasn't both, guys! It was the monitor, I guess? Nope! Wait, was I right? Did I have to jump? Or no, was it the camera? I'll find out after this. Okay. I guess it was the camera. Whoa, shit! Fuck! I suck! What's next? What's my next obstacle? I need an obstacle. There's no obstacle. No question, no nothing. It's just going on the turns. This isn't challenging at all. It's super duper duper easy. Don't go too fast! It's super duper easy. Look at me, I'm swag. Woohoo! Not much to say. This is pretty much simple. Kind of. Oh, okay, finally that stopped. Did the killer tamper with the camera at the music venue or the hospital? The hospital? No, that's wrong, isn't it? I need time to think. I'm bad at thinking. It's the music venue. If I can think about things in advance, I totally could get it. It is the music venue. I know that. They made it, you know, look like it was in the hospital. Whoa! Whoa! Too much of this swirling shit! Oh! Whoa! Shit! Too much swirling! Question 3. What did the killer do with the camera and the music? Increase the signal. They took it with them. Woohoo! GG! Logic, once again, things I all knew, but because I was forced to answer on the spot, I got them wrong a lot. It was just the first one that I was a bit iffy on. I'm like, I knew they tampered. Actually, no, that's another thing. If I had time to think, I totally would have thought camera.
It's all coming together. That's it. The killer just brought the camera from the music video.
You know, we could have just had a simple question instead of, you know, a logic dive. But okay, fine.
With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue, when it was actually from somewhere else.
Tricky, tricky.
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
It would seem so, yes. Or wait, no. Yes. 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 Yes, yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. At least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
Yeah. Although, I don't know if... You probably didn't pay attention to the fact that there was only the monitor. Unless you're saying you do remember that now.
That means you should have realized that from the start and made this easier on all of us.
I can't help it if I'm stupid.
He did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the camera.
And the monitor would have been there, right? So...
Well, that's true, but... In order to hide that the camera was missing, the killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor.
They broke it? Destroyed it, hit it, painted it, flipped it over?
I see!
Oh, that's right, okay. Wasn't sure.
The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it.
Also, oh my god, my influence gauge, it's so low. I can smell game over.
As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not. My attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that.
I don't think much of anyone could. Maybe Nagito. Maybe Chiaki.
And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
Yes, indeed.
and they destroyed it and left that in pieces as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
It didn't need to be, because it was being filmed in the on-call room.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music thingy was amazing enough.
Which means even if it was filmed in another place, as long as it was transmitting to the hospital, the range would be pretty limited. I know exactly where it was. I've known this for so long. This case, I've just had it in the hemp bag from the beginning. Where was the video filmed to make it look like it was filmed at the music venue? Only possibility is that place inside that building. Another one of these? I know exactly where it is. On-call room, right? Fuck, what is it called? What are they calling it? It was the on-call room. I just don't know what they're calling it. Maybe it is the room is probably the second word. What's the other word? I don't know. I gotta just try something random. But I don't want to because I'll get a game over. Wait, was it not the on-call room? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was the other one. I don't remember what the other one was called. So that's a problem. Nope. Okay. The C? The call-on room? Okay, the next letter has to be a vowel. Can't be a C. That doesn't make any sense. An R is possible, but I don't think so. F is impossible. N is impossible. F is impossible. Maybe it's an O. The co... Nope. Game over? Yay! We will never get off count. It increases. I'm glad this isn't like Ace Attorney where I have to start from the beginning.
This is my... We will never give up!
I love it. I like getting game overs just to hear Johnny say that. Okay, blah. I know exactly where it was. I just don't know what the room is called. I thought it was the on-call room. So it's the other one? I don't remember what the other one's called. I know it starts with C-O. It's not an E. Where's a C? I need a C. Give me a C or give me death. Actually, don't. Just a C is fine. And then an O. And then an O. And then an O. Not an R. O. Give me an O. Give me an O! I need an O! Okay, Blue Jays, let's play ball. Then what? Control? Okay. I think I'm remembering the name of the room now. I just don't remember for sure. Conference room? Conference room. There we go. I remembered it now. I thought it was the on-call room. I guess it was the other one. I got the rooms mixed up, I guess. Is it an E or an R next? It might be an E. Let me try it. Okay. I thought it was an R. I'm bad at spelling. Which I think you should all know by now. Now it's an R. No, it's not two R's. Now I need another E. Conference. N. I need an N. N. Need an N. N. Do I hear an N? I need an N. There we go. C. Do I hear a C? I need a C. There we go. No, fuck you. conference. I need an E. 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 There we go. Room. R. O. Need 2 O's. No more R's. We're done with R's. O. Need a second O. I know there are 2 O's. Don't mess with me, game. And then I need an M. An M? No, shit! No, I needed that M. M? Do I hear an M? Those will just pass by each other. M. M. Fuck! No, right there. GG.
It's possible that it was filmed at the hospital's conference room.
In other words, that kind of narrows it down to Mikon, Nagito, and Dekane. And it makes most sense that it was Mikon.
Huh? Conference room?
But the hospital and the music venue look completely different.
Not in the conference room, and not if you're just on the stage.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
They took the curtain from the supermarket or whatever, or something, and yeah, and they put it on the thing. Make the conference room look like the music venue. The killer and I did some work. What that work was? Honestly, at this point, we should just pinpoint the killer. What's the point of doing anything more? We can wait for that later. This is the point where if you haven't figured out the killer yet, you're a dumbass. It would be the curtain. It's the curtain. From this point on, everything's most likely going to be obvious.
There's no way the conference room
Shit.
and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue?
Wait, why do I have the surveillance camera
Or
unit?
did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
Or they might have tampered with the camera.
I still can't believe he mixed up the filming locations.
Wait, I don't get what I'm supposed to be presenting here. Is it the scrap of paper?
Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
Okay, thanks. I think it's the scrap of paper. In order to make the hospital conference, what did the killer do? I'm just not really sure what they want me to present here.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other?
No, there it is! I'm stupid! How did I not notice the music venue? It's like I thought it was there, but then I saw something, I'm like, oh, this starts with an M as well, the monitor. No, it's there. I wasn't...
Look like the music venue?
I was missing it. I'm stupid. What does that say? Did the conference room look like the... Okay. I know what I'm doing now. I have the correct thing. I was just being stupid.
And the music venue look the same.
I just wasn't seeing the music venue curtain.
Which place resembled the other?
I was mistaking it for the motel room key, I
Did
think.
the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
There we go.
That must be it.
Finally! We're agreeing with a guy! I think this is the first time.
What the killer did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room. They did that by using the black curtain hanging at the back of the stage.
That was much longer than it needed to be. If I had just realized that motel room key and music, and music room curtain are different words. But two of their words, the first 2 words in both phrases, start with the same letter. So, it was very confusing.
From what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain. But after the incident...
It was black because it had to be to resemble the black curtain that's in the, not the on-call room, the conference room.
It somehow somehow became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right size.
That's right! It's so half-assed, just like Monami.
Yep.
Oh yeah? Well, your face looks stupid.
Your face looks stupider. Monokuma looks cool.
That curtain was hung so the music venue would look like the conference room?
Exactly.
In actuality, even though the curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out, it is a black light-blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor.
I see. The conference room. Indeed, the floor of that room is the same color as the music venue stage.
Well, I mean, same color. You mean just plain brownish black?
So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor match.
And it just fitted perfectly with their murder plot.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
I'm still really surprised they're killing off 3 girls in a row. In fact, 5 girls in a row. Because the first case killed off 2 guys. The second and third case, we're going to kill off 5 girls. That's crazy. Now the guy-girl ratio is going to be 6-3. I mean, Nekomaru's missing, but still, kind of weird.
But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence. Probably.
Something else the killer did to make the music venue look like the... Oh, shit, what? Something else the killer did to make the music venue look like the conference room. It's gotta be that. Killer did to make the music venue look like the conference room. The candle, right?
I can prove it with this. You're referring to the candle in the music venue, right?
I would think so.
In the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. But if you think about it, that's pretty strange.
You wouldn't need a candle.
The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
Usually, it's usually simple murders are the best. Planning elaborate things like this, you might be perfect in execution, but one little mistake could completely screw you and get you caught. So, simple murders are usually much better to do. They usually have a better chance of you not getting caught. Doing something complicated like this is just asking to get caught.
But wouldn't they have done it to make it feel creepier?
No, Mikon. We'll talk to you about you being the killer in a bit. Just wait.
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence.
That might have been what you wanted us to think, but no.
The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming. That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
It's also because at the exact moment it went out is when we didn't see it, which means we didn't see Mikon hanging herself.
Which means... Are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
It was probably used a little bit so that people wouldn't think, hey, this isn't used.
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
And it could have been burned just a little bit just to make sure.
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect.
Well, we still saw the stepladder and that it didn't have blood on it.
With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much in a dark area.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
In other words, can we just point out who the killer is? Because everyone knows at this point.
If I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner.
I guess the killer was clever and crafty.
But it appears the killer already covered that up, so I didn't find anything when I went there.
You're the killer, but no. You were at the motel. Unless, although, okay, it can be argued that because Mikon was with me, anyone could have snuck into the hospital, but, I mean, it still would have been risky. They could have been seen by, Akane or Nagito, and Mikon when she came back.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
Heck, they wouldn't even know Mikon was gone. How would they know Mikon was gone? So, yeah.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime. You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
The incident isn't happening at the scene of a crime. It's occurring in the conference room.
Is that a quote for something? I mean, you're saying it as a quote, but I don't know what it's from. I feel like I've heard Bayside Cop say that before. But isn't it the other way around?
If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
No, Ibuki was killed long before that.
No, that's not possible. Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue.
She was already dead. The video was filmed at the conference room, but Ibuki's body was at the music venue. Which means there was a fake somewhere. That fake must have been the Ibuki at the conference room.
I see! The person wearing the hint bag in that video wasn't Ibuki. It was the killer pretending to be Ibuki. The killer put on a hospital gown, wore a hint bag on their head, and was only pretending to be the victim.
I called it! Like a motherfucker!
By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed.
Which throws off the time of death even more. Which means Mikon's so-called alibi is gone. Mikon? It's me gone?
The actual time of death must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
Basically any time when everyone would have been sleeping.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
So that's what happened. And no matter how quickly I ran, it was impossible for me to rescue Ibuki. She was already dead. Doesn't that make you feel better? Why are you being so angry? You couldn't have saved her. I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on who you are. Personally, I would be like, oh, thank God, so it wasn't because I was slow. I'd be like, no matter what I did, she would have been killed. I was already in the killer's trap. I'd be like, thank God, it wasn't just because I'm a slow person, because I'm slow. I'd probably be like, shit, if I was faster, then maybe. And in this moment, I'd be like, yes, it didn't matter. I mean, it's not much to take, you know, happiness in, but it's something. One who started a trap for me was...
But why did the killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
To create an alibi. Mostly. Along with other reasons.
The reason the killer made a fake video. There's only one possibility I can think of. And if I examine that possibility thoroughly...
Then we know who the killer is. The person who I thought it was from the beginning. I didn't figure out case 2 that far in advance because... I still think the Peko and Fuyuhiko relationship came out of nowhere. And case 1, I didn't figure out at all the Nagito thing. I mean, I thought maybe. And I was kind of stuck for a while between Teru and Fuyuhiko. But this time around, I knew it. I knew it. Does that mean I want to say this case is too obvious? Yeah, a little bit. Because of how complicated it was, and the clues we got, I feel like there should have been more red herrings. There really wasn't.
Then naturally, the killer's identity will reveal itself.
Huh?
You fiend! Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
Bitch, I knew it during the investigation. Bitch, I thought it might happen even before the investigation started. I was like, Ibuki, you're crazy. Sorry, scratch that. No, I was like, Mikon, you're crazy. Grant, damn it, I'm mixing up names that don't even have the same letter. But wait, L-M-N-O-H-I-J... Okay, no, I and M aren't anywhere near each other. Never mind. But, yeah, what was I gonna say? I predicted she would go crazy and kill someone eventually. Didn't I? Didn't I say that? I think she's crazy, right? Is there anything else to it, or is she just crazy? That's right, I should already know. I should have already known who the killer is. Bitch, I've known it for so long. It's about time we picked them out. Mikon Tsumiki.
You're the only one!
Indeed.
Mikon, you're the killer, aren't you?
Yes, sirree. I knew that innocent act was too good to be true. You've probably been plotting a killing for a while. That's probably true, isn't it? You were just waiting for the perfect opportunity or something. This was way too planned out. And you were way too quick to kill Hyoko. I mean, That's what I'm thinking. Because I can't think of a motive for why she would all of a sudden decide to kill people. Unless she was just crazy and was waiting for the right opportunity.
What are you talking about?
Man, this innocent act? I call some bullshit.
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hiyoko?
Killer? Huh? I'm the killer? What is this?
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible?
How so? I think it's the only way it is possible. It doesn't work for anyone else. I mean, Akane maybe. No? Even then... Okay, the only person who could maybe be other than Mikan would probably be Akane, but she was in her weird state, so I don't think that's likely. And she would have been risking Mikan discovering her. The only one who didn't really have much risk involved was Mikan.
A chick like her as the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first.
And maybe that's what she wanted us to think. I think she's been fooling us from the beginning.
She's right! A clumsy slowpoke like me killing someone? That's completely out of the question.
You're not clumsy at all, you psycho bitch. Reveal your true nature already. Nagito was cool enough to do it in the first case. Why did you take so long?
But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
An alibi? Was that the killer's goal?
Exactly, and Mikan can't just say, well, maybe Hajime did it because, you know, he didn't know about the imitation thing. The ticket proves that.
Now that you mention it, you guys brought that up earlier. Only Hajime and Mikan have an alibi.
It's just a coincidence!
But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the hospital conference room. Is that also a coincidence?
Shouldn't you get some rest already? You should be exhausted from nursing without any sleep, right? Then if you insist, I'll use the on-call room upstairs. She also has those crazy eyes that Nagito gets a lot. It is the on-call room. Then why are we calling it the conference room? Why can't we just call it the on-call room? We just have to use the bigger name because? Must be mentally exhausted, so it'd be better if you relax in the lobby instead. Oh, and you had me go there.
At that time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room.
Oh, they're different rooms. Never mind, I'm stupid. I figured it out, but not completely. There has to be some flaw. But yeah, it would have been way too risky for Akane. It had to be Mikan.
That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the bag on your head, and began filming. By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the music venue. And showed that to me.
Break down for me, crazy bitch!
Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the lobby.
Which means the only other person it could be is me, but it can't be me because I didn't see the movie that the imitation was used for. Also, for Akane or Nagito, it would have been way too risky.
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film.
The only people you can argue are Nagito and Akane. And for them, it would have been really risky.
Not only that, the others in the hospital, Akane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
Yeah, so not only would have been really risky, plus they were in the despair mode.
So that must mean...
Please, wait a second. What are you saying? I'm the killer?
How much longer are you going to put on this act? I just want to see your crazy breakdown. Then I might start respecting you.
That's impossible. There's no way I could kill someone.
Not necessarily. You didn't necessarily have to kill anyone yourself. You could have had Ibuki be the one to slit Hyoko's throat if she wasn't already dead. And you could have also just told Ibuki to walk forward and hang herself. You didn't necessarily have to kill anyone yourself. Although, I think you are the one who slit Hyoko's throat.
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
It just shows she can't even do that.
Hey, you sure this chick is really the killer?
I'm pretty damn sure, yeah.
Wrong!
like Akane said, it is really hard to tie it all together. I mean, Mikan is the killer?
She's probably just like Nagito, been tricking us all along. I don't see any way that she has some motive that's like, oh, I'm really all along, I was doing it because poop. Like, no way.
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
Because she's not slow-witted!
That slow-witted remark is not necessary.
It's fine. I've been like this for a long time.
I freaking called it. She's crazy and she's about to reveal her true colors. But even back when I first met her, I'm like, you seem way too nice. There's no way someone as nice as you would be as picked on as that. Like, it just wouldn't make sense. And also, you're not even ugly. Like, you're fine looking. I know Hyoko liked to call you an ugly bitch all the time, but you really weren't. Like, you look fine. There's nothing wrong with you. There's no reason so many people would hate you. There's no reason no one would be your friend. You're just a crazy bitch lying to us. Why you decided to take that performance, I don't know.
In a tournament for social punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my soft reputation.
Maybe that's the reason. Maybe the reason you put on that, you know, I suck at everything and everyone hates me persona was because, you were planning to kill someone and knew that if you did, it would take suspicion away from you just because of the type of person they thought you were.
Even I can't deny that.
I totally call this. You remember in case 2? When I was calling it way back then too. Because she was like, she made a freaky remark and I'm like, yeah, you've got to be crazy. You just let your crazy side loose for a bit.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I'm serious. Very serious.
I actually just realized something. I've heard this voice actor in a lot of things, like Hinata or Hime. She always plays the same type of innocent character. I've never heard her evil before, I don't think. Not that I can think of. So this will be a fun experience.
What do you say, Hajime?
Do you still believe this woman is the killer?
Yes, I do.
Do you hate me that much, Hajime?
I don't hate you, but I do believe you're the killer. I've believed it since I met you that you'd be a killer. At the time, it was just kind of a crack theory. But no, I really did think you were way too innocent. I did say that. I remember saying that.
Hey, Hajime!
Everyone's ganging up on me. It was all part of her plan, I guess. That's why she put on the innocent act, to make everyone believe. Maybe Nagito will see through her lies, because he knows a thing about, you know, pretending to not be a douchebag, right? Tricks aside, logic aside, is she really capable of doing something like this? Just think, Hyoko's throat was slit in an instant. Like, no hesitation, nothing at all. She's a crazy bitch. Could it be I'm the one making a mistake? No, in fact, it'd be so much easier if I was wrong. If I had this much doubt about someone I've spent so much time with...
Can you hold on a minute?
Ah, the other psycho speaks up. Do you have an opinion on this person, that she's also a psycho? Huh?
Well, I know I'm being intrusive and all, and I mean, I have no place to say this. I missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything worth saying at an important time like this.
But you're about to say something really important, i.e., she's crazy.
What are you saying?
But still, there's definitely no way I can overlook the killer this time.
Because you're the only crazy one around here, right?
I thought it was suspicious all along, from the very beginning. Investigating with the suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
That's true.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Yeah, what are you trying to say? I mean, in this one, we didn't really have many leads. I don't think there was no suspect. I mean, I don't think there was a suspect in this one. Not really, anyways.
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth that nobody else knows.
Oh? Oh, that's right. No one told you anything. So you investigated differently. Ah, I see. Is that what you're saying?
What? Are you serious?
I've been so focused on everybody else this trial. but I guess now's a good time to say it, right?
You better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a game, you know.
Actually, this is a game.
I love them both. Monokuma and Nagito. They're my favorite evil people. But Nagito, he's beating you right now, Monokuma. Step up your game.
Please don't say such controversial statements.
Well, what do you know, Nagito?
Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
Dang, that's a huge deal!
Sarcasm to the max.
A decisive clue? Does something like that really exist?
Look at Monami shaking in the background.
Let's take a look, shall we?
Nagito's to the rescue.
Regarding the rope Ibuki was dangling from.
Ah, so we're to this. This is the thing we thought was, you know, pointless.
This rope was supplied by the supermarket, right? There weren't any ropes inside the music venue.
That seems correct so far.
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
Probably why it was on the first island.
If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right?
What's wrong with that?
There would have to be two ropes, right? The one Ibuki was actually hanged with and the one she used, right? So is there something going on there?
I want you to take a close look at this rope. And keep in mind that it's brand new.
Okay. Let me go ahead and take a look at the rope. Where's the rope? No. Rope. The rope used for hanging, according to Mikon, there's no doubt the cause of Ibuki's death was her hanging herself with this rope. Yeah, according to Mikon. Like we can trust anything she says now. I'm not sure what's special about this. I just have to get a good look at it, I guess.
Near the middle of the rope, it's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly.
As if someone was trying to stop themselves from hanging? Or something?
But why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on one end of the rope, and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
So?
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this. The killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength, and strangled her.
Oh, so it wasn't as simple as just telling her to commit suicide? Because, you know, I can't believe the gullible disease never came up once, though. Even if that wasn't part of it, fair enough. But the fact that nobody ever thought, maybe she committed suicide because someone told her to? Like, isn't that a possibility? That sounds like a possibility to me. The fact that no one ever brought it up, it's similar to the fact that no one ever brought up, hey, he has an alibi in case 2. Nah.
The center of the rope is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki.
Hold on. I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along.
Well, Hajime, to be fair, you never bothered sharing information with him during the investigation.
What exactly did you say to me during the investigation?
So this rope won't be much of a clue. Might as well search another place.
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too. Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
Ah, I see. I know what you're trying to say.
Huh?
More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki. And then?
And then, I finished speaking.
I get what he's trying to say. I think he's trying to say the way she was killed was kind of gruesome or something? I don't know.
Huh?
It really wasn't much of a clue other than it was gruesome, I guess.
How is that a decisive clue?
Huh? You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear.
Dieter's words contain a decisive clue? Is that really true? What is it? I'm not really sure. Make your argument, okay. Oh! Just like the killer. It's gonna be the rope used for hanging, right? I think so.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Because our doctor
All
told
for
us
someone's
so.
lie?
Yeah. Exactly.
That must be it. So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time.
It's pretty easy when, you know, because consider all things considered, when the killer's the one who knows most about dead bodies and, you know, examining them and shit, it'd be pretty easy them to lie about shit like this. Something I want to ask you. There's no doubt Ibuki's cause of death is being hanged by this rope, right? Yes, she had no other external injuries, so there's no doubt she died from hanging herself. I see, so Ibuki died by hanging herself.
You said Ibuki hanged herself, but that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Mikon?
Yeah, you would know.
That is... well...
You would know if it was a lie. You would know if she wasn't actually hanged.
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you?
You should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling just by looking.
You're a nurse after all. Caught in your own way. Yeah. Normally that's a good way to help you get out of getting caught, but this time it's because of it that you're gonna get caught. I always love those, don't you?
You, Mikon, the ultimate nurse.
Hoist by their own petard. Now hurry up and break down for us!
Please wait! First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that. That's why it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
You were right. And you have been a great help to us so far.
It will be a shame to not have a nurse for the next case or two, but fact is, she's gonna die.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging and strangulation.
I'm not taking her side or anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
He's totally right. I'm such a clumsy mess, and I got so careless.
Mikon nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
Play the goody-goody. Man, I can tell she's gonna be crazy. I could tell for such a long time, but, I mean, back then it really was just a theory. Now, the more they're doing this, the more they're doubting it, I can tell she's gonna just go completely nuts and be like, of course I'm an evil bitch!
Don't you think her devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
Huh?
And if not, her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to believe what anybody told her. It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Mikon because she was nursing her.
I suppose that does make sense. I mean, to be fair, I think she would have followed just about anyone. But Mikon makes the most sense, because otherwise someone would have had to come into the hospital room, be like, okay, where's Mikon? I gotta avoid her. Like, it's just the least risky for Mikon.
So Mikon volunteered to nurse us? Cause she was planning to do this all along?
Yup!
That's a little... Aren't you like the thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
I'm not a criminal. Mikon is. I mean, she's a killer, you know.
If the judge, if a courtroom, a real courtroom, looked at what you did in the first case, you'd be in jail, buddy. But, it's true you haven't technically killed anyone yet, whereas she has.
You've got it all wrong. Please forgive me.
I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you.
Only one psycho is allowed on this island!
I just can't forgive this crime at all.
Forgiveness or not, we still have not decided if Mikon is the killer.
So why can't you forgive this crime? I want to know. Oh, it's because you killed someone when they weren't in their top form, right? Your hope defeated them when they weren't even with hope. So, like you cheated? Is that what you're going to say? Something like that? Like, they weren't at their top form, so, you know, you beat them unfairly, or something like that.
I see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, then the only thing I can do is back off, I guess.
Man, how long is this gonna go on for? When do we get the breakdown?
But is that really okay? Is that everyone's hope?
You're friggin' annoying! If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up!
But I'm really not the killer. There's no way I'm capable of killing someone.
Is that really true?
Stop it already! That's enough!
I can't stop. I don't want to do this either. Of course I don't want to do this. But I need to do this.
You doubt your friends?
She's not necessarily a friend, and after all, one of us is a killer.
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
You have to doubt them because they're your friends, or something like that, right? Like, you want to believe them, but you still need to doubt them. Or some, I don't know. Yeah, there's probably a way I could word that to make sense, but I'm not good.
Huh? I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say, yeah.
'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
It's kind of like good versus evil. With no evil, there can't really be any good.
Don't say deep stuff. I don't really get it.
If you want to believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first. Belief without doubt is simply a lie.
Which sums up Mikan very nicely.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore.
We just believed all along that she was some innocent goody two-shoes who happens to be hated by everyone, apparently? I never did. I thought she'd eventually go crazy and be a killer.
Huh? Is that all you can say?
Here we go! I knew it! She's a psycho!
Ah, so in the end, you're all just a bunch of bullies, huh?
I was hoping for something more crazy, but okay.
Justifying your actions with fancy words. Making excuses for why it's not really your fault. Everyone always treats me like that. Always.
You know, if you could make an argument that Nagito is kind of like... Well, no, I already said Fuyuhiko was kind of like Byakuya done right. But Nagito is also similar to Byakuya done right. Or no, Celeste done right. Or no, Sayaki? I don't know. Let's go to Celeste. We knew from the beginning she's suspicious. I mean, we could tell if someone's going to be a killer, there's a good chance it's going to be you. But, so when she had her breakdown, it's like, of course I'm a killer! It's like, duh. In this case, though, kind of similar in the sense that there are parallels. But different, because she actually hid her evilness. Whereas, you know, Celeste really didn't.
It's all her fault. She's the one with the problem. I'm done with that. You hear me? I'm done.
Beautiful. Music to my ears.
Hey, Mikan.
Not as good as the poor performance Bryce has put on for Nagito, though. You can do better.
It's not fair. It's not fair. 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 Why won't you forgive me? If you did something wrong, you'd forgive yourself right away. What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me?
The fuck is up with your past?
Is acting like this your strategy now? Well, this is annoying.
Acting like you used to act was much better. Now you're kind of revealing that you're, you know, crazy and evil and stuff. But there's only room for one crazy person. Nagito, kill her!
Plus, to be honest, I've run out of ideas. How can we get you to admit it? That's the issue.
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some?
Huh?
I'm the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends. But still, the truth is one of us murdered 2 of our friends. That's why we gotta stick with this until the very end, so we can finally break these chains of despair.
Chiaki.
Hey Mikan, can I ask you one last thing?
She really is like the Kyoko, isn't she? I hope they don't do a subversion and have the Kyoko die. I really hope not.
If you're not the killer, then who fabricated that video Hajime watched?
Like I said, it obviously wasn't me.
Then who did?
Can you prove it?
Prove it? Wait. Do you have any proof that I'm the one who fabricated that video? Ah, that's right! Show me your proof! Because you're just assuming the video was filmed at the conference room. Treating me like a killer based on an assumption. Just because I was at the hospital. That's totally crazy! I didn't do anything wrong! Why does everybody always hate me? Please, just forgive me already!
Forgive you for what? Killing? No, thank you. I'm not gonna do that. Otherwise, what are we forgiving you for?
Is this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable.
And she's been this way from the beginning, I'm sure.
I'm not the killer! I never filmed that video!
It seems she finally started arguing for us.
Huh?
But the only one who can find the hole in her argument is you, Hajime.
Is that so?
So, I'm going to leave this to you once again.
Well, at least in this case, unlike in the first game where for some reason Kyoko made us do all this stuff even though she really knew all the answers, at least this time I really do have to be the one to figure it out because I'm the only one who saw the video. Is this Choki's goal all along? So what, rebuttal showdown or music thing or what? Everyone's fate depends on me, the only person who saw that video.
Why do you get to decide I'm the killer? Where's your proof?
When do we needed proof for this? We just vote.
Please, forgive me already!
If it's for killing, no. If it's for something else, what are you even talking about? Need to make up my mind. I'm the one who has to do it. I'm the one who's going to finish this. Oh, non-stop debate. Not what I was expecting. AC temperature? I'm gonna assume it was AC temperature.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof?
What a psycho.
Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type!
Is that all?
Please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Do I have to take something? Don't flinch, don't hesitate, don't run away. I'm the one who saw. Okay, I looked at all of them. I don't really get it. Scrap of thick paper, surveillance camera. Scrap of thick paper, surveillance camera, AC temperature, Mikan's account, blood on the soles. AC temperature, I looked through everything. I didn't see anything AC temperature has to do with. Mikan's account, no. Surveillance camera. Killer's mistake. I think I have to go to the end and take Killer's mistake. And then use that. Scrap of thick paper. Surveillance camera. Okay. Yeah, I don't think any of these would work.
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Nikon clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Dim candlelight.
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
I think that's it. I just don't know what I'm using it on. We almost saw the video. Who else is gonna do it if I don't?
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious?
Yes. No. What? It is, because one's missing, right? There's a missing hospital gown? Isn't there? Do we have, like, a proof thing of that? I don't think we do. I'm just looking at all the things that were things. Blood on the Souls. I'm trying to think now. I don't know. Surveillance camera unit? Maybe it's the surveillance camera unit?
Damn it!
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Nikon clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
Surveillance camera unit? No. Maybe I have to take Killer's mistake at the end?
We can't think of anybody else who could
And
have filmed
then
that.
use it on the, camera angle?
Or could it be the hospital? Ibuki and Nikon. Is that really your? You could tell her body type just from that
camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight?
There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type. So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Oh, I don't really get this.
I'm not the killer!
Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm not.
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Nikon clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
I'll shoot through that.
That was it?
contradiction.
Okay.
Nikon, you have committed a major mistake.
Was it because the camera was... Oh, was it because the camera was broken? Or... Wait. Maybe. Well, actually, yeah. When I think about where it was placed, that would be strange.
Mistake?
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle.
Oh, okay. Wasn't even thinking about that. You know, but I don't see how that matters.
So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
Oh, I guess that's a good point. I was thinking that, you know, because either A, the video thing was already broken when we got there, or B, it wasn't even on the stage, I don't think. It might have been on the stage. I don't think it was, though. Yeah.
The only reason Mikon knew the camera angle Hajime had seen
Was because she set it up herself. Though this is a bit flimsy.
is because you're the person who actually filmed that video. Is that right?
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole.
Still, I think that's a bit flimsy. I mean, yeah, like she just said, does the camera angle, like, prove it? Like, that's just a thing you might say. I don't see how that... I don't think that's really a big deal, honestly.
You lied, didn't you?
Honestly, if this is the breaking point, that's kind of weak sauce, because so what if no one's mentioned the camera angle? Maybe she didn't even realize no one's mentioned the camera angle. Or maybe, like, she didn't have to know the camera angle. Like, she really didn't. If this is the breaking point, it's weak sauce. Hopefully not.
Are you serious?
Is everyone really gonna get all pissy about this? This isn't a big deal.
Is it true, Mikon? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
I'm sorry, this is not a good breaking point. This is a small thing. It's a thing, but it's a small thing.
Forgive me! Huh? 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 Huh?
Is this really a breaking point?
I was wrong. Wrong. No, that's not it at all.
What?
That's not it?
I mean, it's impossible.
Impossible?
You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead.
Okay.
Ding! I totally remember now.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
Maybe she's more crazy than Nagito. Or maybe less crazy. I don't know. Because maybe... Is Nagito more crazy for actually thinking he's a good guy even when killing people is okay? Or is it more crazy to actually just be a villain? I don't know. I think it's more... I think Nagito's actually more crazy. They have different types of crazy.
That tote bag. Isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
How do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater?
Weak! Is this really where you're going with this? There's 2 of them.
Hajime saw it too, didn't you? You remember the Usami decal on it, right?
Yeah, and I know that there's 2. I've talked to Monokuma about this.
Whoopsie! Don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't. Ta-da! There's no mistake that tote bag is a limited item.
Yeah, limited to 2. This is when we use Monokuma's account. Where is it? Monokuma's account. It's a limited item because only one person... Apparently you get another bag for free when you purchase it. Sorry, Mikon. You just got screwed by Monokuma.
So don't you think it's impossible? Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time?
Not sure if I like this or not. On one hand, this is super, super obvious. And she's acting all, like, super cocky about it. But maybe that's the point. I don't know. Like, just showing that how cocky someone can be without knowing the truth. Still, though, there better be more to this, because this is really obvious.
It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible. Don't you think? That's why that video isn't fabricated, and I'm not the killer.
So you'll forgive me, right?
Taking your stubbornness this far. Such despair.
Such opposite of hope. This is...
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive me!
Long time no see. Well, not really. It's time for the third panic talk action. This is probably going to be our last job during a class trial. Please humor me while I taint your ears one last time. Starting from this PDA, the reload and ammo features will be added. Oh? You will no longer be able to make do with just the X button. No! Why not? Below the tempo marker is the lower portion of the screen. The number of bullets are displayed. Shit. This point on, you'll need 1 bullet to destroy 1 remark. When you're out of bullets, you won't be able to destroy the remarks no matter how much you mash the X button. You'll be able to refresh your bullets by pressing the square button to reload. You can also refresh using the touch screen, of course. Just like locking on, either press the square button or touch and hold and tap in time with the tempo marker. Your controls are the same as with the X button. Match the tempo marker either by pressing the X button or, yeah. Number of bullets refreshed is based on how well you keep the tempo. If you get the timing wrong when you press the square button or release your finger from the screen, bullets will not be refreshed, so please be careful. Also, your ammo will be completely refreshed and will not run out during fever time. Great. If your difficulty level is set to gentle, do not worry to reload. I guess this is a pretty useless explanation, even though it was the last one. That should be all the explanations for the class trials. The rest is up to you to overcome. You should be able to find it beyond this point. What you and I both yearn for. True despair. Well then, good luck and have fun. Is this one Akuma?
Explaining it until you forgive me! That bag is a limited item!
So is that like Monokuma's explanations? Is that it? Like, you know, true despair? But okay, I can understand why they're doing pan talk action for this, because it's super obvious.
That's why that crime is impossible for anyone to pull off.
This chick, has she lost it for good?
She's been lost from the beginning. She's only been good at hiding her true colors.
Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right?
Nope. At this rate, we're not getting anywhere. Time for PTA. Some physical stuff. Gotta do something and end this. Even though I really have to pee. I gotta do this before I pee. I really want to end this trial, or at least get past the PTA before I go take my pee. Let's do it! Crazy Mekon, let's go.
You still haven't been...
Real quick, how do I go into fever mode? Triangle's final strike. Triangle's final strike. What is that? Is that left over from the first game? Okay, yeah, so X is for the thing. And then... I need... Oh, they're all final strike. Right, okay, gotcha. Yeah, R is fever time. I thought so, but I had to be sure. Okay, so R is fever time, X is that, square is that. Gotcha.
Give it me! Please, draw on me!
Oh.
Why only me? Please, draw on me!
Can you forgive me already?
Forgive me! Forgive me!
Please, draw on me! Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want.
Forgive me! Forgive me! Why only me? You still haven't forgiven me? Please, draw on me! Why only me? Please, draw on me!
Can you forgive me already?
Forgive me! Forgive...
There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in 2 places at the same time.
What? Oh, fuck you!
Draw on me!
Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. There's only one bag. It's impossible
what?
to use it in 2 places at the same time.
Bonus prize theater? What?
Forgive me! Forgive me! Why only me?
I don't get it.
You still haven't forgiven me?
Can I go into fever?
Why only me? Please, draw on me.
Like, I know exactly what the answer is.
There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
Theater bonus prize?
This is the end.
Prize bonus I think would work too.
Monokuma mentioned this earlier.
Man, I think theater prize bonus would have worked too, right? I don't know. Nah, at least I didn't die. I came close to it, but not quite. Usually when we have it in evidence, we can just present it. I guess this time it was just so obvious the game didn't want us to. When you buy one bag, you get another one free. It's common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes.
Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in two separate places. So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
Why? Why can't you forgive me? Why?
You should be saying, why can't you believe me, not why can't you forgive me. Fucking psycho bitch.
It seems her desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Why does everybody always hate me? You should just forgive me already!
Fucking psycho bitch. Can we at least learn why you decided now of all times to act?
Nikon, it's already over. After I go over your crime from the beginning and show that you have no arguments left, please just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you.
Alright, fine. I'll do this and then I'll pee. Alright, what's left of the surveillance camera? What I saw on the monitor. Alright, next. What did the killer do after the broadcast? Breaking the drumstick. What's left of the surveillance camera unit? Threw off the hemp bag, no. Monami's tote bag. Oh my gosh! And then what's this? The body was hidden before... don't have that yet. The small clue that the killer left, don't have that yet. I don't think. What's this? No. Put it back to normal after destroying it. What? So this. This is the last stock? Are you kidding? 2 stocks? Why is that so obvious? I mean, why is it so easy? Why only 2 stocks this time? That seems weird. A small clue the killer left. How was the real locked room created?
Here's everything that happened in this case. The key to this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw.
It's very weird that Case 3 all of a sudden has a really short comic book. Why? I feel like it could have been longer.
That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Nikon this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time. When I switched on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music venue.
Hajime, you think you're so cool.
That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue, so I immediately headed over there.
Dash!
But that was the killer's trap. In truth, that video was recorded in a different place.
This really does parallel Case 3 of the first game so much. 2 victims, and spoiled by your crime being way too elaborate for your own good. Simple murders are much more easy to get away with, honestly.
The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, They tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time, when in fact, the crime had already been committed by that point. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake. I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on its head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside. And, as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hyoko's body hidden inside. Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music venue, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room. They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music venue's entrance. However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko and me. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's suddenly present body as well.
Dun dun dun.
At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out.
Not realizing how many errors were in it.
Isn't that right, Mikon? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
Now, give us your real breakdown. You can have a better evil laugh than that.
Whoa, now she's laughing?
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you.
You had to fucking choose Ibuki, didn't you bitch?
This feeling of despair.
Oh god. Are you the traitor then? Are you the one who brought everyone to the island? You know, because that's what Junko was into.
Mikon, what has happened to you?
Looks like she's the opposite of Nagito. Kinda. Sorta?
Whoa there! Before that, a moment of your time.
Do I still get a B? This might be a C. Okay, B. Good enough. As long as I got a B. So what's my worst one this time? This one. No. It's a tie.
It seems your arguments have reached a conclusion, so let's proceed to our regularly scheduled voting time!
I actually meant to check it, but I made a mistake. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go take a piss. Although for you, I'm gonna cut it out, so it'll be like a jump. Although the music will probably be all weird, because I'll have to cut it. Though you're probably used to that, because I probably cut a few things by now. Anyways, I'm about to go take a pee. Ah, I feel much better now. Anyways, voting time.
Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
So, yeah, does this mean Mikan is the spy? Because, I mean, wouldn't that make sense? World Ender, Junko is one of them and she was all hardcore despair. So Mikan is too? I guess?
Let's go!
I want to know more about this!